Hello, dear students. Today we will take the next part of our lesson, and this is Red Data Book. What is Red Data Book? Actually, it's the source book. It is a book which keeps a record of all the endangered animals and plants. Those animals and plants which are at the verge of extinction, uh, they are kept in a record in a book. That book is specialized to keep the records of these plants and animals, and that book is named as Red Data Book. Every country has its own Red Data Book, and international level Red Data Book is also maintained. And for plants it is different Red Data Book, and for animals it is a different Red Data Book. Those animals, those plants which are endangered, their names are kept in the book, and the book is named as Red Data Book. uh, next is Next subtopic is migration. What is migration? It's the mass movement of animals or animal groups from one region of land to another region of land due to unfavorable conditions in their habitat. On a return of favorable conditions, they migrate back to their habitat. It means that you might have seen some birds moving in one season from one place to another place, and this movement, it is the mass movement. That means the whole group of birds, or the particular group of birds, they move from one place to another place due to the unfavorable conditions of their habitat. And this mass movement, that means they move in groups. These animals do not move separately or individually, but they move in groups from one region where there are unfavorable conditions, and then to another place where the favorable conditions are there, and they spend some time there. On a return of favorable conditions there, in their original habitat, they return back, and this process continues year after year. This process is known as migration. It is a very important or very very important phenomena, or very important function of these um, animal groups, which prevent themselves from the harsh environmental conditions of different regions. The In our Kashmir, you may have heard that during winter some migratory birds come from Siberia, because during winters here these birds, they come from Siberia to the Kashmir, because in Kashmir the winter is not very severe, but in Siberia the winter is more severe than the Kashmir. These birds cannot survive in the Siberia, and they in Siberia there is lot of snow. The harsh environment conditions are there. They move to the Kashmir where winter is very favorable for them, and they use this region for their food, for their production. And on a return of the this favorable conditions in their homeland, or in this Siberia, they move back when the winter ends here. This migration also is important for these animals, because this helps the animals to reproduce betterly in these favorable conditions in different regions. Therefore, migration is very important phenomena of usually birds. You might have seen birds migrate. Fish also they migrate. And animals wild animals, they also migrate. Usually these wild buffaloes and these barasingas, they also migrate from one region to another region due to the harsh environmental conditions. This migration, it is a very important phenomena related to animals, and evolution has given this phenomena to the animals in the innate behavior. That means which is inside the animal behavior, that migration, these animals have to migrate to those regions where they get survived during unfavorable conditions. Next is uh, recycling of paper. You already know that paper, they are formed from or you can say wood or plants or trees. You can say trees are cut down and then they are processed to make the paper. Worldwide, millions and millions of tons of paper are used for writing purposes, for different educational purposes. And the maximum use of papers, their effect directly goes on the forests, because we have to cut down lot of trees so that we can get lot of paper. But in modern times, we or nowadays, we can use our computers, or you can say soft copies. And these soft copies, they replace the use of these papers, or you can say the forests. They save the forests. Therefore, the paper which are already existing in our world, or in our this uh, country, in our world, we can recycle them. We can recycle the used papers. They are sent back to the factories. And these factories recycle these papers, and these papers come again to us for further use. This recycling of paper, though recycling costs lot of energy, lot of energy is wasted on recycling of papers. But the recycling of papers save the forests. It save the this cutting down of. The recycling is the best way to prevent the deforestation, because the forests are cut down for the purpose of papers. When we recycle the papers, these forests will be saved, though lot of energy is wasted in factories for the processing of these recycling of papers. Now there is another subtopic, that is reforestation. Reforestation Reforestation means restocking of the deforested area, or if restocking of the deforested area by planting the same species of trees which were present there. That means, if this is a forest area, and we have cut down all the trees from this, it is the deforested land. Deforested land, and we have cut down all the trees from this land. Then we have to plant the same type of trees in that area where there was forest. This process is known as reforestation. That means restocking of the deforested area by planting the same species of trees which were present there. And this also it replaces the deforested land which was cut down by the humans. Another is it is afforestation. It is that process in which we convert the barren land, or we convert the unoccupied land into the forests by planting different types of trees into the land. That land gets converted into the forest. That is known as afforestation. That means that land area is vacant. That land area first should be vacant, and then we plant more and more trees on that area, and this is known as afforestation. Thus we have completed this lesson also. Thank you. Have a nice day.